All right, so I am here with Pat Blocker, who is a animal communicator as well as being an author. And I was just curious about how all of that works. Well, let's just start. Pat, when did you start communicating with or realizing you could communicate with animals?
Well, I think I have always communicated with animals. I I was raised on a farm, and when I was young, I we had all of the farm cats, and when they would have kittens, I would always find them and tame them, so to speak. Um,
Oh,
and I just naturally learned that just sitting there, being quiet, and feeling the energy. And I didn't realize what I was doing at the time, but I was doing animal communication. Uh, as I said, I was raised on a farm, so we had livestock, but this was a family farm, so it wasn't like a factory farm or something. The animals there, I knew their destiny, but they lived a good life, and but I just always wanted to know. I wanted to be able to give them a voice
hmm,
because I felt like animals have emotions like we do, and I think a lot of people don't realize that. I don't think that they realize, or maybe they don't care that animals do have complex emotions, and I always just wanted to give them that voice.
hmm. So I think most people see our personal pets, dogs, cats, and then perhaps birds, maybe reptiles, in a separate category to those in the wild, such as feral cats. And that's, in a way, what got my curiosity in your work because I've pretty much always, my entire life, been surrounded by dogs. And when I was a child, horses, because everywhere around where I grew up in England, we were surrounded by farms, people with horses, until recently, I hadn't really connected much with cats. And then, a year and a half ago, here comes a heavily pregnant female who was crying for food. So the only thing I had in the house was a can of tuna fish. And then not long after, she comes by for some more, and then some more. And then lo and behold, she disappears. And I thought, okay, she must have found another home, not realizing that she was heavily pregnant until she showed up a month later with two little ones in tow who then hung out and they wanted food. And then, a different colony, if you will, others have come and then they've gone. But then this one little one stayed and then got super, super affectionate. So for me, to have what I would call a wild animal or a feral cat be that tame was really interesting, and I was curious to know more. So you kindly got some photos, and I've given the one kitten the name Teddy and his mom, Cleo. There are others, but they won't let me get anywhere near them to take pictures. They will take food, but I can't get close to them like I can these two. So if you don't mind explaining that process and what your thoughts are on them so that those watching can see or understand your process.
Mm-hmm. Um, First of all, you're talking about feral cats or wild animals. It brings up the fact that I can and do communicate with wild animals, and the ethics in animal communication uh, state that we always want to ask an animal's permission. And in the case of pets, I always want to ask the pet parents permission to communicate with the animal. In the wild, if an animal shows up, then they're saying they're open to communication. So your feral cats would fit into that as well. Like the other ones you say won't let you get near them. And although you could, because they have shown up, yes, you could communicate with them. But particularly Teddy and Cleo, they're just begging to make a connection with you. So how I do it, and we'll do a reading for you here live with Teddy and Cleo. I have the photos that you sent me. So what I do is I start off with a meditation just to get myself grounded, but also you will join me in the meditation so that you will get yourself grounded as well. If we were doing a reading with your dog, you could have your dog there in the room with you or not. It doesn't matter. A lot of people think that, well, maybe the animal is supposed, you're going to see a response or something. Sometimes we do. I do have people that say every time their animal hears my voice, they come in the room and they want to engage. So, but a lot of times too, they're just napping. So, and of course the cats won't be present, but yet they will be energetically. So we start with a meditation to get everyone calm. That helps to, when everyone's in a calm state, then that helps for us to receive and send clear messages.
So does the messages or the communication alter, obviously, between animals and humans and human to human? Is there like a difference?
A difference in the communication? You mean like if I'm communicating with an animal telepathically, or whether I'm communicating with you telepathically?
Yeah, human to human and then human to animal. I guess it sounds like the process,
Yeah.
meditating, creating space, getting quiet,
Yeah.
lets the channel of communication open.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So the answer to that would be no, there's really no difference. Now, there is a difference between animal communicators in that we tend to use different clairs. And you know what the main clairs, clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, you know them. So I tend to be more clairvoyant, but yet I also hear words. And it's not like you and I conversing right now. It's like in my mind's ear, I'll get a word. Sometimes I even see the word. That doesn't happen as much as it used to, but yeah, I will even see the words. It's in all caps, Helvetica regular font. So, and so I start with asking a validating question, and that is so we can know that I'm actually talking to Teddy. So I would ask, like, what is his favorite thing to do? What's his favorite thing about interacting with you? You know, something that would say, oh, yeah, you're definitely talking to Teddy, because he just told you about the, I don't know, the particular shrub that he likes to hide under or something. And so those things I usually get visually. With domestic pets, I usually ask, "What's your favorite toy?" And I'll visualize it's a blue tennis ball or something. So once I've asked those validated questions, then we go into your specific questions, such as, why is he acting like this? Why didn't I see him for a couple of days? Or what, what's his, what does he really like this food that I'm giving him? So.
Okay. That answers a lot. That means right there answers a lot. All right. So what do we do first?
Okay. Well, we will do our meditation. I'm going to I'm going to share my screen here so that people can see what photos I'm looking at. I usually look at a photo. It really helps me to connect, helps me to get a general feeling of the animal's essence. So, can you see Teddy there?
Yes.
He looks like a little character, doesn't he?
Yes. Like as if he's having a conversation.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, he's just like, yeah, what's up? So, and then I also here, let's see. Okay. So, Kevin, I'm going to ask you to, first of all, we're going to get comfortable. It looks like you're probably seated. We want to have our feet flat on the floor so
Okay.
that we can connect with the earth. You can close your eyes if you like. And we're going to take some deep breaths. So you want to just get relaxed by breathing. Breathe in. Breathe out. And we want you to feel with each breath in, you want to feel a cleansing energy coming in. And with each breath out, we want to feel our bodies getting relaxed. Bring your shoulders down from your ears. Kind of do a scan throughout your body and feel if you're feeling any tension. And just let that tension go. And let's disconnect from our worldly worries, our to-do lists, so that we can send clear communication and receive clear communication from our animal companions. We ask the universe to help us open our hearts and to connect with animals, whether they're here with us or whether they're on the other side. We ask the universe to let everyone present, both humans and animals, to feel completely safe. We ask that no energy can enter this space unless it's pure love from the source. We ask that our communications here be perfectly clear, specific, and easy to understand. We want to thank and honor the animals that are with us here for allowing us to connect with them and for giving us answers to our questions. And so it is. Feel free to open your eyes, or you can keep them closed if you like.
Yeah.
And I am going to have a look here at Teddy. And I'm going to imagine a white light going between me and Teddy, connecting our heart space. Sometimes I ask questions aloud. Sometimes I just ask silently, but for the sake of this, I will explain what's going on. And I'd first of all like to ask Teddy if it's okay if we speak with him today. He says, "Oh, of course, that's silly." And I'm getting the word jaunty, like he's feeling very jaunty today. Is that is that a word you would describe Teddy with?
So when you, yes, when you said, when he answered you, it is almost as if I could hear an heavy Irish accent from this cat, which I haven't experienced before. So, yes, the word jaunty means he is, even though quite peaceful, he has a playful personality.
Mm-hmm.
Curious.
That's interesting. And this is also interesting doing this with another psychic because you received something yourself. You received that Irish accent.
Yeah.
Let's ask Teddy about that. Teddy, why are we hearing an Irish accent? I'm getting, I don't know, he just is saying, because I'm a cool cat. And
He is.
I don't know. Oh, he likes to play games. He likes to play with your mind. And so he's just putting on that Irish accent for us, just to be cool. Does that sound like something he likes?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're making me laugh, Teddy. He says, I know that. Oh, okay. So, Teddy, just to be sure, I think we've already sort of validated that we're talking to Teddy because this all seems to be in keeping with the personality that you know.
Mm-hmm.
Teddy, what is your favorite thing to do with Kevin? He's showing me wrapping himself around his legs.
Yep.
Now, you did send me a video of that, so I pretty much almost know that. but he's also showing me when you put your hand out, does he bring his head up to your hand,
Yes.
kind of lifting his front feet
Yeah.
off the ground?
Yep.
Okay, he's showing me that. He likes that.
And he almost as if he's going to climb up. I'm standing. He will stretch his front paws up like he's going to climb up on me. But that's to tell me to get down and sit down.
Okay, yeah. So you're reading that. He's okay. Yeah, he's getting that. Yeah, I'm getting that he wants to train you to do that. And yeah, he's like he could climb up there, but he'd rather have you come to him.
Right.
And he feels more comfortable that way, but he's kind of getting a kick out of training you. And it sounds like he's doing a pretty good job, huh?
Yes.
Yes. What do you have some specific questions for him?
Well, he seems to be somewhat, I mean, I couldn't call him a domestic cat, but he has almost the traits of being domesticated in so much that I don't see him having very much interaction with any of the others out there. Like whenever I see him, he's on his own. He doesn't, if there's another cat around, it almost feels or seems as if he will hide rather than go out and interact with him. Now, he did have a mark on his leg where he looks like he got into a scuffle, but I don't know if the scuffle was him having a fight with another cat or another cat attacking him. But he definitely feels that he is not necessarily interested in interacting with other cats.
Mm-hmm. And do you want his thoughts on that?
Sure.
Yeah. As to, okay, Teddy, how do you feel about the other cats that are around? He's saying they're not cool cats. And he doesn't trust them. Why don't you trust them, Teddy? He doesn't want to share your affection with them.
Wow.
And I did get the word bullies. So they might be trying to push him around a little bit, but I'm not getting that's, oh, he wants to show them. He doesn't really want any bullying, but he's going to bully them before they bully him.
Okay.
So he's putting on a kind of puffing up. But yet you said he hides.
So there's a really big, what I call a bruiser of a cat who I think is his dad, who will come up in the morning, and the two of them seem to be fine. They'll eat breakfast together. The other one, the older one, the bigger one, seems like he's always getting into scraps, but he's not real tame. I mean, he eats his breakfast and moves on. He doesn't want me interacting with him.
So this is another cat that is not, you believe, there's one cat you believe is his dad,
yeah.
and another cat that.
So Cleo is his mother.
Right.
And the other cat that comes up with him in the morning looks like his dad because they've almost got the same markings.
Okay. And
he's fine with him. Yeah.
He's fine with him.
Yeah.
But not any of the other cats. The other cats he hides from?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you enlighten us, Teddy? What's going on there? Feel like you might be right that probably is his father, and he protects Teddy somewhat. And I'm still getting that he wants to put on a big show, but he doesn't, he's not quite there. That he wants to bully them before they bully him, but he's not that confident, and he doesn't have, that's really not his personality.
No, he doesn't
He's more of a lover.
Correct.
He says, yeah, I'm a lover. How old is Teddy again?
I would say maybe about a year and a half.
Yeah. So he's still, and this is me saying this, but he's still young, and probably, yeah, he's trying to figure out, he's like a teenage boy, you know, kind of trying to figure out, yeah, his place in the world. And I do feel like, oh, okay. I just kind of said, Teddy, is that your dad? And he goes, yep, that's my pop. He calls him Pop. Yeah,
I think at some point before he gets too much older, I'm probably going to have to put him in a carrier and take him to a vet and get him neutered because he's not yet mature enough, I don't think, to go looking for females, but I would rather not have him get to that point. And I don't know how we can get him to heal inside the house because I'm not sure my dogs would put up with it.
Yeah. So, okay. Anything else you want to hear?
No. I mean, I think that's so cool. It is so cool.
Yeah. Okay.
And it fits. What you said, it fits.
Good. Teddy, is there anything you'd like Kevin to know? He said, yeah, I'm a lover, not a fighter, and I love Kevin.
Oh. So sweet. He's just so sweet.
He says you're warm.
Oh.
And I feel that means emotionally he feels warmth, but also physically when you're touching him. Yeah. It doesn't get very cold in your part of the country, does it?
No, we're in the mid-Atlantic, so it can be, in the wintertime, it can be mild or it can have days where it's bitter, but we don't get these long, harsh winters like they do in some parts. Yet we do get some hot, sticky summers, but it's not, for months and months and months.
Yeah. Well, Teddy, we want to thank you
No.
for talking with us today. Oh, I thought I saw his head tilt when I was looking at the photo. Does he tilt his head when you talk to him sometimes?
He does, and then when you have a conversation, like I'll ask him what's going on, he looks just like this photo. He looks right at you and stares, just as if maybe that's it. He's wanting to say something, and I'm not necessarily listening.
Yeah. So what you can do, and I know that you are you totally understand how this works because this is part of what you do.
Yeah.
But yeah, just sit with him, and when he looks at you like that, you can envision the white light, or sometimes we do pink light. I also know that you are into angels.
Yeah.
I usually call in Ariel for the connection with nature, and Gabrielle for the communications. And a lot of times I'll call in Archangel Michael for protection so that we feel he feels safe, everyone feels safe. And you can just do that. You can just visualize those things and visualize the light going between your heart and his, and then just listen.
Okay.
And see if next time maybe he does a German accent, or if he wants to play with you. So we're going to thank you, Teddy, for speaking with us today. He says you are more than welcome, and he enjoyed it. And now we're going to disconnect and just let that light fade. We'll see you again, Teddy. He's a sweetie.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's call up Miss Cleo here. And there she is. She is beautiful. It's interesting how she's gray and gold colored. Tabby.
Yeah, because I would not call her a calico.
No. So she's very interesting. All right.
Almost has his face.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, if you're ready, we're going to have a little chat with Cleo. So we're going to do a couple of deep breaths. And imagine a white light going between our hearts and Cleo's. And Cleo, would it be okay if we talked today? She said, of course. I'm a little bit shy, she says, but she still wants to talk. And so, Cleo, what is your favorite thing to do with Kevin? I'm getting purr. Does she purr when she's around you?
Not that I've heard, no.
Okay.
And the wrapping herself around my legs and rolling around like she is here, that's That's new. That's like the last 2, 3 months.
Okay. Okay. Um, I'm getting the feeling that that's because she's more comfortable with you now.
Okay.
And I would listen for purring. Maybe she's not purring, but she says that what she likes to do. So I would listen for that.
Okay.
I might also mention that during a reading, sometimes things make perfect sense. Sometimes they make no sense at all. Sometimes they make sense in the future.
Okay.
You'll go, oh, that's what Cleo told Pat.
So
So, yeah.
I do have a question for her because it feels like she may just have had little kittens, but I don't know what she's done with them.
Hmm. So, Cleo, do you have more kittens? She says, indeed, I
Oh,
do. When was this photo taken?
probably the day or day before I sent them to you. So
Okay.
recently, you can see her belly because her belly
Yeah,
at one point was like, okay, I know you're pregnant, and then
yeah,
a day or
yeah.
two later, it was not.
Okay, yeah. And in asking what she's done with them,
Like, where are they close by? Does she want me to
yeah,
help take care of
yeah.
it?
And
That kind of thing.
she's showing me. I'm getting like in the Wizard of Oz when all the Munchkins were hiding
Oh,
in the in the grass and in the bushes and stuff.
okay.
And they were saying, "Come out, come out."
Yep.
And that's what's going to happen when she's ready. She's going to. And so I don't know. You can be a member of the Lollipop Guild, and you
Oh, my
can
Lord.
see.
Oh, my God. Oh,
But that's what
that,
she showed me. It's like they're there, but they're gonna. It's gonna be fun. I just get the feeling that it's gonna be fun when she's ready to bring them. And I suspect that she will because she knows a good thing.
for sure. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, 2 or 3 square meals a day. Like,
yeah, yeah. Um,
she hasn't let me pet her. I mean, the other day I was had my hands on her tail, which is unheard of for a cat.
yeah. Um, she's showing me 3 kittens.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So we'll see. You'll have to give me an update when when the Munchkins come out.
Oh, I will. Yeah.
Do you have any other questions for her?
No, I mean, I'm just glad she's hanging out. I just want her to know she's safe. I'm not going to do anything with her. It feels to me, and I don't know intuitively, and again, this is coming from thin space, that at some point she may have been disappointed by humans or not in a position where she trusts them. So I'm grateful that she's coming around, but want her to know she's safe. I'm not going to do anything to her.
Okay. And you can tell her that
Okay.
anytime. I mean, we're telling her now. But yeah, Cleo, Kevin wants you to know that you're safe with him. Oh, she says, I do know that.
Oh,
Good. And she says she's beautiful and she's glad you appreciate that.
Yeah, she's a bit of a madam.
Yeah, she's kind of, I'm getting the word saucy.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
um, yeah. She also says she feels warmth around you. And yeah. Any other questions for
No, I
her?
think that's good. I mean, I just wanted to get some clarity on where our kittens are, and I'm glad they're safe, and that's it. I don't, just I guess we'll work on our relationship together.
Yeah, and that will also help her kittens because if mom's happy, then that's going to translate to the kittens as well. Okay,
All right
Cleo,
then.
is there anything else you'd like Kevin to know? Well, you're perfect, yes. I think we already knew that. And she's happy. She says she is happy. And she loves her babies. And she thanks you. Well, thank you, Cleo, for speaking with us today and helping to answer Kevin's questions. And you just let him know, you let him hear that purring. She said, I will do that. Okay. Thank you, Cleo.
Oh,
Very good.
thank you.
Now we'll do a little closing meditation,
Yeah.
and if you have anything you want to chat about after,
Okay.
then we will do that.
Okay.
So we're going to take a moment and center ourselves and express gratitude to the universe for this connection that we've shared with Cleo and Teddy. And as we conclude the session, I invite you to again close your eyes and take some deep breaths. Let's visualize a calm and peaceful space surrounded by the energy of love and understanding. We want to picture Teddy and Cleo in this space, radiating a sense of contentment and trust. And we want to feel the bond between you growing stronger as you're communicating with open hearts. And we want to carry this sense of connection with us as we part. We want to trust in the messages exchanged and know that Teddy and Cleo hear you, and remember that the language of the heart transcends words. So let's take another deep breath. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes and know that you can return to this space of connection whenever you want. So thank you for letting me be a part of this beautiful connection.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that was beautiful and perfect. And I've got a lot of clarity from it.